Hi guys, and welcome to Python calculator tutorial developed using VS Coding, or you can call it Visual Studio Coding. This package was actually a suggestion from one of my viewers out there. Let me just show you guys his message. And right here, let's minimize this. And that is it right there. Why not try use VS Code? That means a really good coding editor. Love. So okay, I've actually used VS Coding before, but I have never used this very one. So I decided to use it to put together this calculator, and I feel I should show it to you guys, so share it with you guys. And that is it. So I'm going to actually put together a new tutorial entirely just to show you how this package works. I think it's actually a very good package to develop a Python application in it. So let's open up a new project entirely. So I'm going to exit out and let's go to File, click on File, let's select New Project, and right there. So the first thing I want to do is let me go back straight to the project there. I want to set the, let's come in here, preferences, and here I'm going to just change the size of the font. Okay, 20. Okay, that will do. 20 will do. So let's import as follows anyway. There. Okay, now let's come down here, and I'm just going to specify the app, and that's going to be root. Now let's create a blank space here. So let's just say blank underscore space. That's just a variable that I'm going to use to create a space. I want that very space to be centered. I want the title of this calculator to be centered. So right underneath that, I'm going to say root dot title, and I'm going to specify the space as 50 multiplied by the blank space that I've already declared here. There. Plus the name of my calculator. So I'm just going to call it VS Code calculator. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And just close that out. I'm going to enter speech mark in there. Right there. That's good. Now the next thing I want to do now is to just define the geometry. First of all, I don't want the user to be able to reset the form, so I'm going to just say root dot resizable. This seems to be very good. It's actually giving me some tips of what to enter there. Equals width. Let's make that width equals, that's a false. Oh, I like this. I like this package actually. This guy is right. He said this package is very good to use. Alright. The info text on it is amazing. So height as well is false. There we go. And it actually speed up things. So let's come in here and say geometry, root dot geometry. Look at that, man. That's nice. And I'm going to set the size as follows. As 438. Okay, that's not bad. By 572.73 plus 460 plus 40. That's fine. So now let's come down here. I'm now going to create first of all, let's create a frame. Okay, let's just say cover frame. Yeah, cover frame. Okay, cover frame equals, I'm going to call that frame. And right there, I'm just going to get the root cover, make that 20. And what else? Let's get it parted. The y-axis, make that 2. Then I want to get it relieved. That is going to be rigid. Yeah. Okay. Now copy this and just come down here and let's say dots grid. There we go. So before I continue, let's come down here. I'm just going to say roots dot main loop there, and I'm going to save this. I just want to run it and see how that's going to look like. So let's go to file, save as, and we'll just call it calculator VS Code underscore VS Code. Yeah, because I have other calculators. So save there. So I'm going to run it and let's just see how that's going to look like. Click on run without debugging. Just want to see how it's going to look. Oh, there's an error here. There should be an equal sign there. There we go. And what else? Let's see. I think that will do. Let's go back to run. Let's see. And there we go. That's my framework right there. So that's fine. That's my title, dead centered. Okay, exit out. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to copy this very frame. Come right down here. Yeah, paste it right there. And this very frame, I'm going to change it to main frame. And this will be main frame as well. There. And this very main frame is going to be a child of this very frame. No, let's say main frame is a child of, yeah, it's going to be a child of this very frame. Or shall we say, let's copy this main frame and put a cover there for the main frame. I want it covered, else it's not going to work the way I want it. So I'll say cover mainframe, and cover mainframe. The mainframe is now a child of cover mainframe. There. While cover mainframe is a child of mainframe. Okay, that's fine. There. Okay. Oh, there's an error here. This should have been cover frame, not mainframe. Right here. Let's cover that. Okay, what I'm going to do is, you see, this cover mainframe, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add, let's say BG equals, okay, that blue. Okay, that's the color, there. Now, okay, let's put a comma here, there. And one other thing, let's just collapse this so that we have enough room to work. That's fine. Okay, that is fine. So I haven't actually entered size or width or height for all of these frames. The buttons will do that. The buttons can always stretch them out. So let's run it and just see how that's going to look like. Then I'll then create some buttons. Let's see, that is it. All I then need to do is to get the button to stretch this out. But there's one thing I want to do. You see these frames here? I want to change this to about 10 and change this to maybe 5. Just reduce it. The border, I mean. Okay. Okay, to start with, I'm going to create my very first widget, and that's going to be, let's call that entry widget. So right there, what we do is come down here, entry display. There. So that stands for my entry widget. So the widget is entry. Open a bracket, and this entry widget is a child of, it's going to be resident right inside mainframe. There we go. Come on, paste that in there. And what about the font size? The font, let's go to font and equals to, I'm going to make that area there, and we'll say 18 for now. I might end up changing it, I don't know. Then I'm going to make that bold as well. Bold. Okay, what else do we want? Let's come out of it and say comma and BD equals 14. That might be too much, but let's see. The width, let's make that about 26, comma, and the border, we just, the color, colored blue. Or maybe I should leave it white, but colored blue, why not? Okay, justify equals right. There we go. And now let's come out here and just round it up. Okay, so underneath there I'm just going to say entering display dot grade, and we make that as a row equals 0, column equals 0, column span, yeah, I'm going to make that 4. And what else? Let's get it padded to the y-axis. We make that 1. Now let's insert some value into it. Display dot insert, that is equals, let's enter a 0 value in there. There we go. So I'm going to run this and just see, let's see how that looks like. I can't see any error so far, so click on run without debug. Oh, we have an error here. Right here, there should be a comma. Okay, that's good. The error indicator is very accurate. I like it. Now let's see. There we go. Look at that. I love this package. I don't know if I should change the back color or the whole setting to white or something. But if you want to change that, it's right here. You just go to file, the preferences, and that is it right there. Color. Okay, right now is dark VB. You can always change it to something lighter. Look at that. Okay, let's take it back to dark VB. I think dark VB is alright. Depend on you guys anyway. Now you know how to use it. So let's come in here. I'm just playing around the whole system. Just having fun. So let's go back to the preference and go back to color. Make it black again. This was the black that I was using. Let's continue with the buttons. Okay. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the whole rearrangement of everything. So what I'll do is right here. Okay, let's do it this way. Let me create a class because I'm going to need that. Let's say class. Just call it calculator. Yeah, class calculator. Class calculator. Enter semicolon column in there. Okay, so right inside this class calculator, I'm going to create a method, and this very method, or you can call it function, let's just enter underscore, and that is going to be initialized. That is it right there. Oh, I love this system, man. Then I'm just going to call that self. And what else do we need? Let's declare as follows: self.total, and total equals 0. And I'm now going to enter self.current. This is just my own variable that I'm making up, current, and that is going to be empty. There's nothing there, right? And self.input, let's say input value, input, right? Now self.check underscore sum, that will be equals false. There we go. Move these down so that you guys can see. Alright, so what else do we need to do? I'm going to create another variable that can be used globally. So I'm going to say self.operator.op, and for now equals 0. There's nothing in there. Then self.result, that is equals false. Let's see. That is fine. So what I'm going to then do is I'm going to come down here and I just create a variable in there. So I will call that add value, and the add value equals calculator. Okay. So grab the calculator class and just paste it in there. Alright, so what else do I need to do now? Okay, let's just enter buttons right underneath here. There, I'm going to call that number pad, and the number pad is equals as follows. So let's say 7. So it's going to be 7, 8, 9. Then that will be 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. That is the arrangement of my buttons. Okay. Now that is taken care of, now let's use a for loop. Okay. But before then, let's say I, and I'm going to need that variable I equals 0, and let's create an array. btn equals there. No. An array. Now underneath here, let's say for j in range. So that's going to be the arrangement 3 by 6. There. Now let's come out here and just say for letter k in the range of 3. There. We need a column here as well, else there will be an error. Now let's say this array here, btn dot, I would like you to append as follows. What would you like me to append? Buttons. Let's put that, undo that in the wrong place, up here. Let's say buttons, button, and this very button is going to be a child of mainframe. There we go, grab that, and this very mainframe, we want the weight to be that will be about 6. Height, we make the height equals 2, come on, and the font, let's make the font about 15 or maybe 16. Okay, we make that about 16. There, change that to 16. Right, and what about border? BD, make that 4. Not bad. Okay, what else do I need? Okay, this number pad, I need enough room in here though. Number pad, let's say comma, text. The text that would be an 8 will be, let's just change instead of number pad because of the space in there. I'm just going to change that to npad, numpad. Okay, numpad, that's fine. Grab numpad and just paste it here. Text equals numpad and get the array. There we go. Right, I just want you guys to be able to see it. Right, that is fine. There's no error so far. Okay then, now let's come down here. Let's do this. Do it like this. Press enter, and what I then want to do is I need to get this dot grid. Let's run it all up there, and then we say row equals J. Okay, row equals J, and what else do we want? If row equals J, we also need to column. What is column then? Column is going to be K. So J dash row column is K. So come out here, column equals K. And let's get it parted. That'll be to the y-axis, make that 1. Alright, that's fine. So if I run it now, what we end up and see is just button 1 because we need to increment this I. Just like in C++, we need to say I++. So let's run it and see what's going to happen there. So run, that would just be, there we go, just number 7. So let's come underneath here. All I would then do is I plus equals 1. Okay, I've run it and see. Okay, come on. There we go, look at that. That is fine. Alright, let's enter the rest button. So I'm going to come right underneath here, and I'll just call that btn. First of all, let's create a backspace. Backspace, and I'm going to make that button equals button. And backspace is going to be a child of the main, and maybe just grab all of these. Just grab them all up to here and just come right down here, paste that in there, and delete what I don't need. There we go. So main, that's fine, that is fine, 16, but that's 4, and here the text content of this is going to be totally different. So I'm going to go online and let's copy something to do with backspace. So that would be backspace. For now I can just enter something like this, but I'm going to get backspace in there online. I can always copy that. So yeah, let's jazz it up. I'm going to get the color to be that. So comma, that is the color. So let's go online and grab a backspace. Okay, let's head down straight to Word, and I'm going to copy these. So copy, we can close Word now, and we just paste that in there. That's how it's looking. So let's try it out. So I'm going to run it. Once it's run correctly, we just have to speed up the lines of code. So let's see how that's going to look like. There we go. So that's my backspace, and those are the buttons. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and just change things around. Come right down here, paste that underneath here, and let's find a way. Let's come back in here because you guys cannot see this properly. Let's press enter so that you can see it. Right, that's fine. And the next one is going to be the clear button. So let's change this to clear. Right, and change this to clear as well. Paste that here. Let's move this. Yeah, that's clear. Right there. Push this down a little bit. Okay, and this is going to be row 1, and this will be rule 1 column 1. Okay, and the text content on it, let's use the binary. That will be 57. Yeah, and the color is coded blue as well. So let's run that and see how that's going to look like. Run. Let's go to run without label. Okay, let's see. Come on, there we go. Now we have a C there. Okay, there. And you can even just type in your C anyway instead of using the notation. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy this so that I can speed up the whole thing. Button. And there we go. That is a button for clear all, and all the other buttons has been taken care of. Let's take a good look at it. There we go. Right there. So bring it down. Okay. That is the cosine, tangent, sine, addition, subtraction, multiplication. They are all the same lines of codes, apart from the different text on them. Okay, that's the division. Okay, I'm using character 247, 0, the full stop, equals there. So let's run it and see how that's going to look like. Run without debug. Right there, guys. That is it. There. Okay, that's fine, but nothing is happening. Okay, but it looks very beautiful. And this is the design that I just put in there, those colors. If you guys notice, okay, border color. Yeah. Okay, let's put together some lines of function so that we get this button working. Right here, right up here. So right here, I'm going to create one of my very first function. So I'm going to call it number enter. Yeah, let's say number enter. There we go. And it's going to be self comma number. That's my argument. So I'm going to grab the set.result and I'll just paste it right in here. Make sure that is indented though. There. And right underneath, what we then need to do is to enter the following variables. I'm going to call that first number. That will be equals entering data. Okay, dot get. We need to get the value, whatever we have in there. There we go. Now what else do we need to do? Let's say second number. That's another variable. Second number. That will be equals string character and whatever we have inside this argument, which is number, right in there. Then we use an if statement. Let's use an if statement to get one or two things sorted. We say if self.input, which is right input value, this one, input value. If it's that, what we want the system to do is as follows. We then say self.current number. Where's current? I do have current there. Self.current equals second number. Down the second number. There. And we don't want it to return. No, we don't want it to return yet. We need to get set.input. In this case, self dot input value, that will become false. Equals false. B. Okay, else in that case, else second number, if second number equals second num, if that is equals dot. Okay, if it is a decimal place, then second number is in, and if second number in, first number there. We then want it to return. Now undo that. That should be there. Right, it should be right underneath here. Right. Return. Okay. So we now need the current, self.current, that will be equals first number plus second number. Okay. So come right down here. Self dot current equals first number plus second num. Okay, it should be equals here. There we go. I'll move this down a little bit and let's get this indented. Indent this and bring this here. Then we now want self.display. That's going to be one of my own variable in there. So come right down here. That's a self dot. I'll call that display. That will be equals self.current. So that is my very first function taken care of. Good. So we can now call this inside my numbers. So copy that. Copy. So I now want to be able to use the buttons, this very one, so that when I click on those buttons, they will display the numbers in the display. So what I'm going to then do is I'm going to come right down here and say btn I array I, and that is going to be an array command. Okay, this very command equals lambda. Using lambda function equals lamb no, and that is going to be x equals numpad I call it numpad, and get the I inside the array itself. Dot add, and the add is right up here. Add value underscore added value. Okay, dot number enter. That is the method that was created up there. So let's x in there. Right, now I'm going to kind of like try it out. So before we run it, we have to get this display here. So let me show you guys the function display. That is the function display right here. So you need that, else it's not going to run. Okay, so that is it. Let's try it out now. Run. Let's see that. Okay, it's coming up. There we go. Look at that. That is fine. Right. Okay, let's enter the other function that will carry out all of the calculations for us. So I'm going to take care of sum up. Okay, the other functions has been taken care of, but I haven't really called them in the button. So this sum up will be used to compute the in conjunction with the equal sign. Then I also have validate function, so that's where we take care of the equals button, which we have to call inside there, and that is the operator functions. Backspace function, we have to call this inside my backspace. Okay, so clear, we have to call that inside the clear buttons. And this is the plus minus function, the square function, the cosine function, tangent function, and sine function. Okay, now let's call all of these functions inside their respective buttons. So right here, backspace. So let's just enter a comma there, then we'll say command equals add underscore value. Yeah, add underscore value, and that will be dot backspace. There we go. So backspace is taken care of. Now let's take care of clear. So I'm going to grab all of these, paste that in there for clear. So that will be dot clear underscore entry. Now the next one is clear all. Paste that in there. That will be dot clear all clear entry. There, that will get rid of all of the data in there. Why this one will only get rid of whatever number you want to get rid of. Okay, now the next one, since all clear is taken care of, let's take care of the plus minus. Paste that in there. Dot that is plus minus plus minus. Now come right down here with about the square root. Okay, so the square root, let's put that here. I'm going to put a comma in there and just press enter. Paste that in there. Dot the square root is going to be square root itself. There we go. Right, so let's take care of cosine. Press enter, paste, dot, that will be for the cosine, and that is called cosine as well. There we go, that's it. Comma, press enter, paste, dot, that is tangent. There. Now we just paste that in here. No, paste. Undo that. It's already copied. That's very fast. Slightest mistake. Paste, and that is dot sine. Alright. I think we now need to take care of the add. Okay, I've taken care of the addition, subtraction, there they are, and multiplication. Well, let's press enter here so that you guys can see it. Yeah. Okay, let's bring this up here, and this up here as well. Let's clear it. Yep, and here repeat the same thing here. There. Okay, that is it, all done. But I think I have one error here. Look at it. Let's double click on that. let's see, the error is somewhere here. Okay, that is fine. Suppose I bring it here. And why do we still have that error? Let's see why. Okay, that is the square thing. That's fine now. So, and that is all there is to it. All they need to do is just to run our program and see how that's going to look like. Bring this down so that you can see that as well. Right, and this next one there. We'll scroll right down a little bit, and that's all there is to it. So let's run it and see. So click on run. There we go. There we go, guys, and that is my very first program using VS Code. So let's try it out. Cosine 5, not bad. Multiply that by 3. No, I don't want 3. Get rid of that. Multiply by 5. There, equals. Yeah, that's fine. Now backspace. Okay, there. Multiply by 9. There we go. Backspace. There, that is fine. And let's say we have, there we go. Okay, clear. 2.3 multiplied by 9. There, and that's it. That is how the calculator works. So with that, guys, this is my very first VS Code calculator. There will be more VS Code program coming up very soon. So I'm just going to call it the end of this tutorial, and thank you to all my channel members for all your support. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.